4 minutes, almost 5 minutes past 10 o'clock. Radio I can't make a crabby, but they are getting down here. The Juma Pepe James Kwabena Bonfe, the money so we can abaha da na na yene na ajenim boating amama hine yetu twin komo efa Kokrokoo na Kabila etiha da na bema ba kwa mi hu na chepa eyebusu apai
chairman
apom
bogo chairman na ozie
mi hu ache papa
the abrabon side you
oh
ufuro na usansa
yo
tole bi na ujuru kwase a
na ujuru kwase
mosia wo kwa
na sell etoba na be hania be
se de bia
ma me da se
afura be de
na obegina
wo da do
yo send a asifa rehwe no ho
me say sabi ya bon komo bi wa wa ka the history bi a kire me na wo de pa emuye
I come imagine. Boko there.
Chairman General, now you say me bedroom jaw there.
Me.
Na make a show.
I mean, me do about 5:45. It's time I bedroom jaw.
And the time I will piece of from had him say me bedjaw.
Sir.
Bedroom have no tree.
No watching.
Yeah, no tree upon whom some adieu.
Na me hear interview.
Sir. Me go check okay.
Oh, anyone my piece okay. Me baby atina nana mama hene. Nana mama hene hana noti.
Me beja dog na me beja Kabila.
Ubo beja dog.
Ana beja
busi. No me beja o. Be me to na utwam. Utwam na wo phone so na be wura.
Na watchi dey say na me wa hada da. I start ejuma da. Oh.
Yes.
Na me di Kokrokoo hon koma no pay. Baby nana mama hene hono noti.
Oh, okay.
Ah, ni di Kokrokoo hon koma.
Okay.
Na chairman.
Yo.
No kwani ni sa enkomo na udi nan.
Yo.
Ka me nkukura nka ne kura nka ye nya hwe agaye.
Za?
You nana eje ni mbuate wa.
Yo, nana eje mbuate. Amwama.
Is it friend is
Ashanti region. Ashanti region, yo.
Okay. Minim say sa Praso area ho.
Ah, be Ashanti region.
Okay. Nen some kind name mu ye.
Just say asem da.
Yo pia ono, and he made his submission without partisanship.
Also yinja partisanship. Na Kokrokoo ne de amanyo sem ya yenye.
Badi nyam sa na. Asem we kura ye kwa ye koka dem biem. Honestly speaking, because what's a ofiechi in
Abufono yo.
Na opayene kasa we are na insuya sa na yam. Okwan of fast so kasa ni the way experience how wono. Ubom what's a ubo no pom ejije wo. Odaboni ni aso. The way now ubom no so no kwari ni chairman na edu bebe ni misa na me nya U10 wo motorway so yes
enso se wan maso anke
maso nsia wo beka se asemaba
yo
iti eye ohe nana so tie yen a nim so dam kwaso
yo
ekode na otie yen a ye bebo na baso wakasa wo se nim die wa bobew
yo
abobew baby ye me den se o se ayi bi obodi se chips o se de o sa wu anu ma who de obenu musu sa
yo it just keeps nutrition is that
bibia we here wo body mu
nutrients ni
wo dia na say nsu come de wo akondo
yo
aduan hu nya nti saniama we nyina wo ha am say yesi ye bo hu dawuru ye na yet sa mpedifo yinka ebia obenya obi nso wo another experience sometimes bia wo mbenu basa wo assemble na politicians bi ebetumi aba betena ha na ya hwe won
na mo esuade
na esuade
yo
be yetumi ay note bebre etumi to sa na mo na beboa chairman ye da wasepa ne nana ejenim buate interviewer wo ye ne don eye pa mu ye wram
me da se Kabila ne ni papa nen
sawo
yo
it was am say no cause I know oboni defense we chiana we say Kabila body
man Vanguard full support answer na you be din common Kabila me no be fiase here because una na tia na mama hin kai na unimi nsema akoso and now you were just talking Kokrokoo aka be 50 minutes near sorry so but answer na me kono me far way into jab. It says the marking Yanka and allied families of Efutu, Winneba and beyond respectfully invite all descendants, relatives, friends and well-wishers to an ancestral memorial service in honor of Sofo Abuaje Marking, his wife Obapenyi Mami Eriba Marking, and all departed family members. Activities will begin today Friday the 20th of February, with a waykeeping and night of vigil at Papefie, Abraba, Winneba. It will start at 7 p.m. The attire is black. Then tomorrow, Saturday the 21st of February, the main memorial service takes place at Ebenezer Methodist Cathedral, Winneba at 7 a.m., followed by a family gathering at Papefie at 10 a.m., and the attire for tomorrow is white. Sunday, 22nd February, there will be a Thanksgiving service at the Ebenezer Methodist Cathedral at 8 a.m., followed by family fellowship at Papefie, and the attire is white. All are invited to join the family in prayer, remembrance, and celebration of our heritage. This is issued by Osahin Alexander Kwame Apanyo Marking, son of Abba Ahimako Marking, grandson of Kweku Ahin Marking, great-grandson of Uncle Nana Ahimako Marking, great-great-grandson of Sofo Abwaje Marking. Remembering our past, our heritage, our pride. So it goes for the Marking, Yanka, and allied families. Amufi, Efutu, Winneba, Ene, Iriasef, and Enina. This weekend, Mokwa Kosum as Ebusuam, Namakai Sofo Abwaji Marking, and then the Honkafo Oba Penny Mami Eriba Marking, Nebusuam Funina, Titu, El Papefie, Ewo, Winneba, Intina, and Koma, Edan Home. Kwala?
Rapini.
Based on the outside and Anamama Henebeka and Kokrokoo at the crossroads, majority can be justifying the decrease, minority can be say illegal cocoa pricing cocoa conversations. Kwabra meet you.
Chairman General Mr. Wadaroma.
Meet you.
The Dika Memfa and Chasronko Emma a Christopher any and Cramufua. Bria you woman. I'm say me names and pennies and order. Ramadan any length a chance here that.
Yes, and now your first time in 35 years.
Okay, 35 years. 35
matches. And now and then starting then answer Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes, your first time in 35 years. Yeah.
Me papa His Excellency John Ajekunku for no can be say nima bi di ahia sa ya na nyekwa. Me mpaye ne say esom mienu no nyina wo mu nyina so ye nyankopon twedi ampon aye nyina ye som ye na no nyina so no eye say ahobrase say ye Ramadan o say ye Lent o ahobrase ebeba de tosu bio eye say ye be dwene ye ho potokasa mu reflection adwira ye ho na afenso so yama ye ne nyankopon nkitamudie no ene ye yonko nipa adasa akọ yie na ye nya humobro ama ye di ni die ene obuo ama ye ho me mpa ye no no na obi biara so a otie me bri ye mfa nye bra ebema ye dwira ye ho yie na ye ne nyame ntemu aye fine na ye ne ye yonko nipa so ntemu aye fine na yetimi akon okon a ebeboa ma boni a ye di wiase edi nyame abode a enu nti ye tu famu agudie basa ese ye nsase ne yesuo no eto etwa chamangena na Jeni Mboaten is always a delight to listen to him.
Oh yeah.
And so so aben.
Hey, I bro so.
Enya amama him kwa na se bi oye. Oko manhia otekoko so opemso ne ayi kitchen cabinet ha woni omutu ayi agira no oka ho bi pa. Enti o represent otumfo on the KJTR project.
Okay. Yeah.
And in many instances, in fact, onone ba for ajefu sutwitwi akwa o madaroma ena menya kwan enya kwan wura manhia ko sua mpaninsam kakra wo ho.
Okay.
Na ko conversation on call the office MPA Abraham Royal
sharp.
Now a key advocate of Royal Chamangena.
Come over.
Only expert na kasa. Near media me for free money. The dikai. And some way do. Inti yen kasa basa. And some won so so. Inti asembia ye beka no. Ese say ye hwe se mu edu. Na de e ka no so no. Eye de nkabo mu ene.
And when am I was Mausiana.
Daddy,
only o mas we.
Daddy, nkabo mu ne enkanko eba. En necessary ensemo a ye ka no. Ese se gina so. Na de to so bi o ne say nsɛm hia nti ɛsɛ sɛ asɛm a yɛbɛka fa bibi ho bia no ɛyɛ de afiri nimdie mu na ɛba de afiri suahunu mu na ɛba de afiri nhunumu emu na ɛba enti chairman general nana kasa ɔka asɛm bi a em say me say cocoa is a free radical scavenger.
Yeah.
Say
for the mood.
A drobia bibia edi ye honam no ye honam akwa no edi nya no obowura ho no a otimi ne di si akan one ne timi di si ani ma obre na se nana ye nim se bra na ye di covid nkom we nyina no se na nana wo ho aduru kwa me wo so ye abro
se na me de share me ho
wo di share ho o ba ye de o be fa ya wo use ya no se o ja ati se o ni mo asem nana nti ye boja me pa ye ma no se ontunu nkom na de o ye de boa o man Ghana no onko so sa but o kan asem bi ho na me di be free se chairman general
yeah
se ya man yosem a enkomo ye di no eni se ekoye se menua Vincent Asifua anase nana udinu mu ayeduru amame
o de fe ne busa pani
eni se eba ne se ye ma chese ye gina akansie emu na mo mese se ekọ benkuro aprapre no dos dodo na obi biara ni won ma se odwene se ne nkoa anase na manyukuro nkoa ne wonimdi a ye de soga na hawa no chamagina mesen ka biom sabi amanyukuro mu amanyosem maye bida it is ya awe ho say ye bedwene say yene yamanyukuro enkoa na ewo nyansa ni nimdie a ye de chichire man ye it has been a problem with us since the struggle for independence. Even if we were independent ever, or we've ever been. From the very beginning, Amanyokwana Midon, CPP, guilty of it, Kwame. And you know, we've had these conversations. Nemani be one man who, yeah, collaboration, and yet, sebi, unbridled competition, and a debu mind. Now, sometimes you take it when you say, Asam Krona ni na yeka. Every say utie nana nsemo ano kan ya chama jena
yeah
mampani Muhammad dia enye different from the na mampani Akufo-Addo yo
exactly.
Now what I picked out of it, the day President Akufo-Addo said Ghana beyond aid, the West was on alert,
Of course.
and now President Mahama Koka said we will produce I will process 50% of our beans.
Sharp.
The West is on alert,
Sharp.
be careful, and they will come after you. If he say adie bia ubema aye ashenso die say ana say amma obi kokose o pese wo de o ho
real independence.
na wo twe ho free wo mo sabi nyama nkitinkiti o mo de mai ho no
Ombe miao.
Kwame wo mbe miao o mo de ye Kwame Nkrumah o mo de mi ye ayi sabi wo mo betu na ban gu ye won de ye Buzia won de ye Champon won de ye Liman won de ye Rollins won de ye President Kufuor one the President Mills, one on the Baye President Mahama, on the Baye President Akufo-Addo, Bra Okoka Ghana beyond aid. President Mahama should never be under any illusion. Say, Sasem na Wakokano and attract Sebi attacks, any traps. But that is where our leaders must be careful. Do we learn lessons?
Yes, yeah.
Did we need to say that we will process 50% of our beans when ahead of processing it?
Just in case, we should work in silence.
Yeah, dear no answer, Chairman General. Also, Minia, the Bia me catch row. I dare me, ya no man from two dance, I'm ye, nine de.
Men are trapped by their words.
Ah! Intimacy, Anyaba, but me feel said there are ways we can go about it. Two, Saman yourself say, when you say no, Troka, Kwame, many experts be more kasa. No regime can do only spot pricing. What do you mean?
That's what Tina and Mama here. Also, usually 70%.
Yes, 60 to 70%
forward sales.
30 to 40% spot pricing. And it is not even true, say, President Akufo had more time. And I say, do more time, no, they were doing only forward sales.
Yeah, no credit.
And you know, credit. And some for them. And then you know, credit say, and then minia penny randy or typical body. I don't know yane spot pricing.
Yeah, no credit.
And you know, credit. And you possible so.
Obviously, Minkai said they did the same to Gaddafi in Libya.
Why? Enti the American ko see I was had the hu ne say solutions na ye dey ba no.
Yeah.
Etimi ye kokodru baabi. And let me remind people, no human effort can ever be perfect. Already Troll and Muma be 1908. Walter Rosenberg.
What's it in?
Christianity and the social crisis. Now, or your theologian or tries or postulate to say the human condition can be perfect if it is following the way of God or the rules, the commandments. But it is not possible. And Martin Luther King Jr. in 1964 raised questions about the Rosenberg theory of human perfection in response to social crisis. They know can you say, yeah, papa ye na chi uko Isaiah, say 65 and 64. Or say yeah, papa ye at the same time abu fibi e wo Nyankopon ani. And Yesu Christo kra or ye nyame obeda ni nipa no. Yeah, friend a perfect law no say none is perfect except the Father. The answer say the ye kano. Ye nyintu say we could be wrong. Another issue already here say as I say ye jitum say nye ye nyina no there is external or international influence on what we do. Amanoni dwaso kwame we decided near ma we are too small. Some because say we ompene so enti eno no wuni ho asem bia ka ye pro ye mpeo ebeba o hwe ya manyo sem a ya ye ne nansen ya chairman general part time bi ba ya ye cite external factors a almost that be any external factors edu ne dia ye say external factors say nya agitum there will always be external factors.
Na ye beji atum dia
ye nyimtum
ana ye be amanyo sem
the denial and ma ye repeating from so ye tire no the to so bio kwame the issue of land tenure and land regime. Sa niema yi ho asema ye kan ye nyina utie na ye pa ya ho de na ko gina Kokrokoo so dodo o hwe comparative analysis or ye about
or the share and cashew
limited land, more yield, more sales, more profit than cocoa. Ye cocoa is so free something I see here and I friend value addition pa yen time ye na na so cocoa processing omo try so mo introduce name bi but e ko si say ene de wo nua obi ho nti yen hwe na yen hu se de ne ye bibi ka ho ne ekoton a o se aburo anase banche o de ye more a o put dane no de come more a ne bo de say say eye aburo nko.
That's value added.
Yes, nti yen hwe ho na kwame harvesting, marketing, any value addition in Akubo. But Ohinti Adebi one kano kese.
Yeah.
The cartel and possible cartel in the cocoa industry. Or can sembi and obisa say, oh yes, Anna or Tree Hokoye. Also be mine. Because Nipano bonium deliberately. Say one kase, one talk. Any man would be a beboa man for swaba mam or my guarantee or no representing the company interest.
Of course.
Or say the near man about pro. Is the state aware of this? The sabotage from within?
National security is aware.
Are we aware, member of parliament, Sina? Being aware is one thing and being consciously aware is another. Nipano ya aware say ono ankasa ne compromised, complicit and duplicitous in it. And now say or you consciously aware say edi yenyentu obako. That's the point I'm coming to the latter. Yen yanu ma ye adwuma intelligence services no. Information ban ya pick to one among intelligently say by preempting. And I say a bisiano, and I say Antiano Cronus is here, and Tempano, Yabeko so ano. Kwame, a very important Chairman General. Now, Afi Aba Yan Kasa Chairman General. Ye taste. Any day, yes, who say Yebisia. Nipa do saying, and a nim Kokrokoo Diano, so fast. Yet me, yes, now.
Nanyama de by when?
Dime, Semna, a lot of Semna, Migari, a Kokrokoo, a lot of Semna. Any award yen. I know Migari.
Lot of Semna, the Kowan, yeah.
I would have my Kowan. Semna, you
but he's right. I like to say who said on the potent?
Yes, very potent. What's wrong? Okay. The my emperor Kusrey, the boy, I don't know. As you do about me, so by force, and I didn't kuto yabekam. Yan nani yabjini and Kaise. Say, my be a year, a jinanima minuso. Yesubai, any dedikai, any abjini. Yesubai, any abjini. Kwame,
come on.
Ye kasi be a year, or my Ghana, Yamidria, Yesronko Kwanso.
Subai only problem, no?
Yes, Subai no near general,
and yet,
and no idea. Yes, say, ye are Christopher. The ye now fata Christopher and say Christopher. Yes, ye in crumble for the ye now and set in crumble some and I say crumble for. Yes, ye a some nanum some, ye now ye ending nanuma country and fat. And so, and I am about 97 to 98%, according to the Ghana Statistical Service, almost 2021 Population and Housing Survey Report. About 98% of us profess some belief in the
Supreme Being.
And all of them have got precepts. All of them. They are there. Of other religions, no cry. They are almost so almost there.
Statistic from him.
Timisi from no. Ni tia mu nyina ne se ensem wedu. Ensem fata. Ensem de suban di. Yanhwe de ye ka. Ne nka hunu se. De ye be ye hu bia no. Ya ma yensim konya ama obia amfa na dwene ama. Menkoa no pese menkumenya enye bibi ye. Inti yemma kuafo no so enkasa. Wonu ma ton ade ne yemma omo nkasa. Na wonu ma ewonim de ewo ho kwan se wo mo hwehwe mu ema yedi ye tu ye no. Chairman General yemfa ye tu ye na bebo my Ghana.
Medase kwabna o offer SB Japan or USA the inkra about say Minia Ambassador Chairman General. Say Miss Adolf Frame. Say Minia Ambassador
nephew.
Chairman General, my offer said Dr. Kabila has said it all. African leaders must be careful with the Western powers. They are not to be trusted fully. Regards to all of you, SB Japan USA. Good morning, Minia SB Japan. Yechiao Anope. And obviously Kabila, my man, refreshing, listening to him always. Good morning from Takwa Umat. That's Gabriel Kusi. And then Sipoku in Paris. Sipoku says, good morning from Paris. I'm at work and I am listening to Kokrokoo Live. Sipoku, thank you very much. Keep doing what you do. And Phillips say, if you remember, the Japanese Prime Minister who visited Ghana during President Kufuor's time said, Ghanaians should talk less and act more. Yeah. You can Google to play his speech. Phillips, thank you very much for drawing our attention to it. Lord Hoffman says, a key issue facing Ghana's cocoa sector is how to deal with a mismatch between Ghana's producer price and prevailing world market prices. It is lack of foresight and managerial failure. Simple, it has nothing to do with politics or personalities. To solve the current crisis, Cocoa Board has to design a competitive marketplace management global system to create stability in a volatile international and stable exchange rate environment for a sustainable Cocoa Board company. Lord Hoffman, Bofakese, Wakchubi, and no any kinkai ewaha are not paying. And then C. Poku says, is Kweku Baku telling us, all his fans, that he has retired from radio? Well, C. Poku is beginning to look that way. Kwame, going forward, I think one thing we can do is to set up, I didn't say here, I said it is looking that way. I chose my words carefully. Kwame, going forward, I think one thing we can do is to set up a stabilization fund, which part of the cocoa proceeds can be deposited to help maintain prices. If you listen to Nana Ajeni Boatin this morning, he mentioned something like that. It started, I don't know where it is today. Jesse Bwaku says, Chairman, you should maintain Ebusu opinion on the show. Well, Jesse Bwaku, I tried to maintain him, but Ebusu opinion, Oyira no asamba. Oyira no asamba. Amankwabna Frank says, Kabila is fantastic. Keep up. I'm listening and watching from Hamburg in Germany. Gastiman in Brekum. Cocoa farmers are irritated by some of the comments by government officials. And then this one says, we should think more of what we can do with our cocoa locally than externally. Dr. Aaron Edu of UPSA ND by Anope. And then we're moving on up. I call Kuku Asemi. Yes, what the petition is called charge.
On a lighter note, Anope and I didn't what he say materials of the bar, a chair Kuku Baku and Kabila combined.
Charlie, or the notes,
I see.
Any papers from 1998 World Bank agreement signed here.
Yes.
Says that a cocoa board now on your share, on your cashew, on your market, on your process, on your coffee BBR. The World Bank document Ghana government almost signed here. Say yenchichim na yema cocoa board enye in the Juma agreements or the ninja buy, and that is how the LBC started, the local license buying company or the whole documents in buy. He says, look, this thing from 1997-98 ni bit me aswano, but niaman kitin ni enye intini abedu bebe.
So I'm reminding Senior Bombay that the promise to appear no
we actually miss him.
Oh yeah.
We actually miss him.
Oh yeah. Yes.
JD Kaino, my more the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference for Abaso.
Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference.
And Opeya, I'm going to issue a statement.
And
Opeya.
I'm referring. So we are Catholic.
Yes. You follow my news part. I'm going to issue a statement.
Okay.
I'm more a catch up and say, at the very least, cocoa farmers, Sika and also Komutu at the moment, which is the 3,600. They should pay it to them, because the plight of the cocoa farmers, BT omo masuku fees, omo health care, for about 3 months, 4 months, omo kano. It is a dangerous precedent.
Yeah.
And they expect the government will reverse omo decisions now. Omo Americano.
Okay, Obidia send him here.
It was actually signed by Most Reverend
Matthew Kwesi Jemfi, Bishop of Sunyani and President Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, Friday, February 20, 2026.
Yes.
Obidia send him here. Onia now they send him Medase. Thank you very much. Daniel Medase.
I think that the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference has been very consistent when it comes to national issues, especially issues that affect the very fiber of our society. I mean, people who have contributed their bit to the sustenance and development of this country. Kwame, to your question, made the Cocoa Board, and specifically the Deputy Director in charge of Administration and Finance, Nijuma Jebia would do a Cocoa Board. Eddie Akwako dying a year, Shraj, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Kwame, no crane say Cocoa Board is becoming a crime scene.
Oh, what do you mean?
I will demonstrate to you.
Well, your lawyer need to make us say Cocoa Board is becoming a crime scene without evidence.
It is becoming. Let me demonstrate to you.
Me too.
And I will demonstrate to you as to how sometimes even the Constitution doesn't say also obi ye boni ansa na nipa na ye boni. And I say wetimi achi nipa no. The Constitution, Article 284, when it talks about conflict of interest. And Chairman General Sanka, our Constitution, what Article 284 says. Article 284 no ekasafa public servants and as a public officers. It says that a public officer, a public officer
284
shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts.
Hey, what's it? Article 284.
Yes, 284.
Okay, Code of Conduct for Public Officers. That's chapter 24.
Yes.
A public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office.
And no. Chairman General, the last part of it, or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office. This is not the Constitution saying there should be a wrongdoing. No. The Constitution is saying you should not put yourself in that position. Bystanders. Kabila shared documents, and I will share with Neya. I was your penny share documents, or share with Neya. Chairman General share documents, or share with Neya. Nasa mutuminya even a perceived mind. Say, baby, I would idea, and ya the papa. That is what the Constitution says. So when I say that Kokrokoo board is becoming a crime scene, I know what I'm saying, and I'm coming to demonstrate to you.
Me too.
Chairman General.
You need maybe bring to bonito.
Kokrokoo board said the omoyo omu no many. Say Kokrokoo board nyesika say also moto Kokrokoo a. De ma intermediaries. Intermediaries, ebi ni PBC and ebi nso ni LBCs. PBCs omo ye government owned.
PBC a produce buying company.
Produce buying company. And only a buying dia. Ana LBC and dia ya ankran dia. Nti ankra omo de omo register omo businesses omo betumi enso ato Kokrokoo. Na buying betumi nso omo sika so omo fanto Kokrokoo. Sisi ameno ka say PBC adwuma eku any nkrofo mo ye adwuma o PBCs no hono for over 1 year. Shema Jeronim say nti omoka.
According to Nana Ayabwate, 2 years.
Well, 2 years, that is okay. So more than a year, they have not been paid. One of the reasons they say PBC ya mo musika so mo fanto Kokrokoo. I was here mo musika so mo de to Kokrokoo. Na so sika na nye dey enko no mo de to Kokrokoo. No manya bi e de atu omo adwuma efo ka. Omanya profit and also manya margins on it. Na Kokrokoo board enye sika. Na omo de akwa akoma LBC sa. Directors na ankasa e was our companies no. Omo de ye adwuma. Put differently. Before say obetumi enya LBC license and now dey ye adwuma no. Just say infrastructure bi. Infrastructure also one ebi ni warehouses, depots. Adwuma for mo ye adwuma de ma wo and what have you. PBC warehouses across the country. Omo purchasing class omo turn no money and all that. Enti papa bi a owo eye Kokrokoo board. Ye deputy CEO at Boatin.
Or deputy CEO
in charge of finance and administration.
Okay.
Randy be deputy. Ono our company be a friend Atlas Commodities Limited.
Oh yeah, sure say Nidia.
Chairman General. Jami lawyer new ntime ba no me de documents aba. This is a document from the Office of the Registrar of Companies. Now, we share the BOP. BOP near beneficial owners particulars.
Okay.
Which is at the latter part of the document. It talks about who owns the business. The one who owns the business near Atobatin. Chairman General.
Now then I just say the same person.
Oh, Chairman General. Hey, the same person. Won't me
there be a lawyer. Me bisa.
And I make sure say no one there. Pay information am I no. If I don't hear a simple Google searcher, what do you offer for phone? Google search. Who is the CEO and I say who is the owner of Atlas Commodities Limited? It will come when in the picture in Ababa. He's a Harvard trained, a well-responsible man, I know. He is the owner of the Atlas Commodities Limited. In fact, okay, directors now, they are about 5 or 6, but he is the first director on the list. According to the documents of the Ghana, the Registrar General's Department, or document. We have other people like Yao Kofi, we have Georgina Wilson and what have you. In fact, the one who is the secretary is Yao Kofi.
What is the story then?
Chairman, the story is that the Kokrokoo board enya sika ye de be ma PBC for e de aye adwuma na ye mfa nkoma wo mo no papa ya ono no ye the deputy CEO in charge of finance and administration ebua Atlas Commodities Limited aye no company enya sika e de Kokrokoo na osa any warehouses put differently Atlas Commodities Limited any warehouses to be able to engage in this venture and almost a use warehouses and workers of PBC. I will demonstrate to you. When you say CC, I will KJBia. There's an official report against Atlas Commodities Limited. Against Atlas Commodities Limited. Our KJB police station is here. I say.
Tomating.
And Nipo Okoye is our official report. No, an official of PBC. Okoye report to say PBC for warehouse e KJB. Ya to Kokrokoo dia begu ho. Purchasing clerk ato Kokrokoo dia begu ho. Meanwhile, PBC has not been given any money. Meanwhile, no ye PBC official no ni ho hwe. Receipt those receipt has been furnished with a year Ghana Police Service and the National Security say. So receipt ni na bears the name of Atlas Commodities Limited owned by a year Ato Boateng. And I have those receipts here.
The owner na say na oye adwuma wo ho.
He is the owner. That's what I've proven to you. May say these are the documents. Registrar General Department document. Only said those times you will not find BOP on the registration document, but these days you will find the BOP at the latter part of it. That is the beneficial owner particulars.
Okay.
Who is the beneficial owner of the Atlas Commodities Limited? It has been stated black and white, Ato Boateng. And he's also the director. Chairman, make I say just a simple Google search. When you mention who is the CEO of Atlas Commodities Limited, you find Ato Boateng. And the official of PBC, Akwa reported the National Security. Mrs. Amanoka say, National Security has intercepted 4 trucks. What I'm supposed to see, and I will demonstrate to you the trucks numbers, the pictures of the people in the warehouse and everything. And this is what they are doing. Instead of say, you be use PBC workers, abandoned workers, you discover my PBC for nobody at all. Kokrokoo. Now, aban enya home for so all those monies are diverted into private pockets
of LBC.
Of LBC. Yeah, Atlas Commodity. In fact, the Atlas Commodity Limited is the only indigenous LBC. Since I'm not saying, I'm to Kokrokoo pa, but how many warehouses? And they are using the warehouses of the state. And mind you, as I said, it is a requirement to have a warehouse, to have a depot, to have workers before you can be to qualify to be an LBC.
Now Atlas started
per the documents 2018. 2018.
Not just at least for the last 6, 7, 8 years, no.
Yes. No, but that's what I'm saying. Say they don't have the structure. Structure now see they don't have it. And the structure is that you need to have a warehouse per the Kokrokoo Board law.
So how have they been? Why your investigation also in the credit? Because from 2018, I didn't just be seen the Omunya structure.
Chairman, Maminfa documents will show. Medical culture said there is a report from a year PBC official in Pennyfono Bako. There is an official police station report. Kaja before actually tracks, with the support of national security. This is one of the tracks with the number and everything. So that track we yache e water port is here. National security for nache. National security intercepted this track. Now way bill. I can way bill na ekuta driver no patch no. The way bill has Atlas Commodity Limited with the driver's name David something. I won't add the rest. It is from the district that I free the KJB destination Tema Port. Driver ni signature waha. Warehouse no signature. The number of bags and what tracks and also about 800 bags, all of them is on the way bill. A free depot where they ever. And as I said, this has been intercepted by the national security and the KJB police station, and it was reported by an official of the government, an official of PBC. Someone I didn't call you Jumama buy didn't for 2 years. I didn't or the whole yaw. And I can report it because there's someone who sits at Kokrokoo Board in charge of finance, in charge of administration. when him say Randy be better na Kokrokoo board. Oh, who check it out?
So on sign check.
On sign check. And everything is done by this man, and that is why I have
a competition who are the court charge.
The charge in home. And that is why Marco charge no is supposed to investigate the conflict of interest potentialities. To know say baby abapanete no. And then the company no Obama Atlas Commodities enya sika bebre mo de to Kokrokoo. Anase onya sa ade no. Anase there are a number of decisions we will take as a management of Kokrokoo board to benefit Atlas Commodities as against PBC. This will have to be investigated. Chairman General, number 2, I have gone to the special prosecutor on matters of corruption and corruption related issues. Now, corruption and corruption related matters, no. Chairman General, management. Time one no more your madrin say, oh, the cocoa farmers for car. About 3 months, they can't cry into me because of a fall in international prices. No? So, their management by doing once, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Chairman General, how would he? You find a special eyes, a would ya?
My boss, dear.
But do the emphasis, sir.
Okay, I'm to my medasi. Twice.
It is a special eyes. Multi piece of me, more advert. Special eyes every day, piano. Also, to 5 CDs. Now, so when you're in TSA, say the normal perform, and I say mobile discounts. And from next week, you can specialize mobile by advertise move to your 2 CDs.
Okay.
So, General, piece of my so management. But I saw your way. See about better so you have 2 CDs. Yes, sir.
It's insider trading.
Insider trading. So what that means is that you will take a decision of not advertising special eyes this week. But go and advertise it next week. Now to buy an opinion, now side be a cracker home and you pay 6 CDs. Heated to come to say 15 CDs. 15. But this is a man who are made me a culture say because he is part of management. Has he put himself in a situation now? Especially at the time when even government was contemplating to reduce the prices from 3,600 to 2,500. No, you're aware now. Is it possible? Say at the time, Kokrokoo anu ato anu ahodi no, and as the Kokrokoo anu ato with the support of PBCs. Say Kokrokoo no or can hold the command Kokrokoo board. Ajay 3,600 for each bag, and I say what train so budget 2,500. And the guess is as good as mine.
I didn't also want train much charge and money because now it's as if you've judged him already.
No, the conflict of interest threshold does not demand a wrongdoing
because of the likely now.
Yes, that is the interpretation, the purposive interpretation that you can put to the Article 284. It does not demand a wrongdoing. I do not have to wait for Shah to tell me, say, even putting yourself in that position is enough for the law to hold your hands. And that is conflict of interest. Chairman, okay, data bank.
Then
remember what the NDC said about data bank? At the time, enough finance minister Kokrokoo say, "Oh, I have resigned from data bank from 2012. As at 2014, I had nothing to do with data bank."
Yeah.
But the NDC will not have that explanation in 2017, 2018 when he became the Minister of Finance, saying, say, the transactions are data bank, ayama buying, ayama MPP, ayama NDC. Because of that, there is conflict of interest. They did not have that explanation. Even with Kokrokoo, it was clear that he has handed everything over to data bank. But this time, with even Atobuaten, he is still the sole owner of the company. He is still a director of the company. And he cannot absolve himself from any situation of conflict of interest. Chairman General, the PBC workers are down because 2 years in Tianica, then so Atobuaten and Crawford World Kokrokoo board. And the Sikani na the comma LBC, which is Atlas Commodities. I am demanding national security to make sure, say, they will make all these investigations public. I am demanding, say, the Minister for Interior, who is also in charge of national security, Mutaka, should be interested in this matter because this is a corruption-related matter which is also affecting the state. It is somebody causing financial loss to the state because it is kind of a PBC for. Do you know say PBC bet me to Kokrokoo no? And your margins, and your ma buy no. Ama to me so etua omo workers ka. But today PBC is Adam is dormant. PBC is not working because of a decision by one person, and I said a management committee be on Kokrokoo board to do this insider trading to the benefit of the owners of Atlas Commodities. Chairman General, this is why I say that Kokrokoo board is becoming a crime scene. It is becoming a crime scene because people at the helm of the affairs who are supposed to be referees, are also referees and regulators, are also on the pitch playing the football.
Interesting conversation this morning. Echo Vincent Asifua, MP Otafo Ewa Santimem. Meti from more Peckham UK, Master Pini UK, Funny Peckham for Nami Chairman of Pay. And then also birthday blessings to you. I would do Mahama, editor of the Custodian newspaper. Wherever you are today, I would do Mahama, wishing you life and love and God's blessings.
Yo, may I say, Bragwami. Now, the Kane de Neye Mogu, Minchia, one production team, and I'm Minchia, Doctor, Honorable MP.
Yo, you also.
You, the tearful in answer, Chiamo. So, dear, Medi Kanka, make us a nature.
I found out about
you. In 7 of Bubu, so baby, na am a day. Na any assembly and army, equity, Ishia, share batano. Wasem. Na answer them about Minia, a honorable MP. Yeah. Wakano. Opinion of Abunidino.
Atoboating. CEO. Yes.
Ni company needing Atlas. No quarry.
Oh, only no.
No quarry. They are none so no quarry. On the Kokrokoo board, yeah, Juma and Fiduni. Ni company.
Before he was appointed.
Before he was appointed.
Okay.
He was dealing with Kokrokoo board.
Yeah, but the law has a position.
Absolutely.
And he resigned
as
before.
As what?
He resigned from his company.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this one.
A CEO.
A CEO.
But not a beneficial owner.
You see, this one is Dr. Randiabi himself who has sent this to me. He has resigned. And is not part of the company again.
But Randy Desenu says here. Now I don't know if I send me.
Any bonum,
Randy.
Because all the man.
This is base matter. Base matter.
Not just a retain.
No, just say, oh, Jerome, Theo more. I can't tell
but 7 of your moderator. It's me quite say captivity poncho. Atu has resigned.
Jerome no pushing. That is it.
So then Kenoforiata was okay. So then Kenoforiata shouldn't have been attacked the way he was attacked.
I quite remember.
And I'm also suggesting to you, say, so resigning it does not absorb him from the ownership of the company.
When him say Kenoforiata di, say me himself Crawford so the coach right.
You should tell me.
No, but when I will go to Kenoforiata.
No, you should tell me.
At least we council we
but it doesn't mean
that so go to Kenoforiata.
Yes.
It is who come at you there financial chemuno so
that's a good one.
Mama ko this was well yes what anamon na odiako
Bakache Randy say senior Wadaroma, the fact that you have resigned from the company doesn't absolve you from ownership of the company.
You know,
because the office of the Registrar General Department, the owner of the company is still Atoboating, who has a beneficial ownership in the company.
With him, Nanka Bessa McCarthy been a radio so say off
Caucasin.
Look at yes, what to me the Ako Shrad and our the Ako OSP and what petition home.
Yes.
Let them work.
Let them work on it. Just let it come out. And the ABC. What the Yenya is a service. They bow me. And so, so what we are born now, born in Quajina Park and Echi into 2 album mem. Now you're shady ABC. Inti Braco, I said, Nana, Ejenim Guate, in a Oma, 1 to me. na share butter no ho na okan no
Yeah.
asam kakra be nim wo ho no say eye honorable Kokrokoo agric minister.
Yeah.
Now you two kwan call Denmark. Now o say o call Denmark no ko hu say nkrofo no process cocoa e de chocolate ni ade. Na oni ma de a wo de share butter.
Yeah, share butter. Yeah.
Share butter ya no wo ba and wo be fa wo gada. Wanga no wo pay wo hu asem ko buebue nyina. What's about 30 to 60% of their share butter wo fa wo gada.
Quick one, lawyer, you say Atubuaten resigned from the company. He was appointed for his deep knowledge of the industry as deputy CEO. Let us look at that as an advantage. Well,
so
we're not running at the Bremit.
Atlas Commodities in Kwanzaa but as against PBC.
We'll leave that one to Trudge. Yes.
You see, you know better. Say, notwithstanding the knowledge and his prior business engagement, no, Mrano so akwanchire bi wo se udi juma wo hon mo na neno ya ma odibre won mo a niema se se wo ye eni niema ha enti se Vincent abomode se odi akwadu mo anti wo mehwehwe mu na de wo mu bia no ye de atudwa de hu hia ne se ye nka hunu se de ye nyina no eyo man no yeyo ene akuafo yes ada ne da wo mu su no ya se wo mu sere ampa ha ndian kasam no se de no krebe to ba bia
pacho mu ye nyina pacho ma mi nchia me papa bia na we di 81 why na me de Major John Kwabena JC retired of Guyson Methodist Presby Church. Happy birthday number 81 da Yama official pan Major John Kwabena JC retired is from the GMPC Choir International, everybody, especially Kofi Sydney. Open so Adas FM working tempo say omuti anope Adas FM yechia munyina anope na mse ni bibia no na che say Hello FM de dem Samson ya meche ni menu no kuma say
omoze Sunday obeba
meba yekin tempo
8 March no.
Oh, ebe nsim bebre master planner na de buy enti no 8 March ebe right onya chaso
you inti bra kwame
yeah
bra honorable agric minister call Denmark no ko hu sa ne na nkofo na aka kire ho ze
just me America poku here
yang honorable Kokrokoo agric minister
oh me no pa
good na okwai no o se onu won didi nko wonga no wo brifu ni say ye be fa nkuto wa hawo ene ye de ye chocolate no
eno no you opinion kan
no okay inti no kan ni di no se mu ye pass makasa nse me a kire me ofi wo bai no be ka kire nse efi na ekọ no san kuto no ansa na modi be fi akodi mu no gisuma ba ba ye factory wa
na wo be ba de
wo be ba won aba won aba AK company fi no bi no laser whatever no won na ba be sign $90 million agreement as say wo ba be processing a factory e wo Ghana ha.
But that's good news.
That's good news. And no crowd also a ma company ne ba be outsource won no abo mo ngatumi akọ share butter no e wo nwura ni mu ne ade aba no 300,000 women. Yes. Our baby assist one. A company in what we aka Wellington boot, gloves and yardina, tricycles, a woman.
Well, let's start it away.
What Nuquarini minim da a best starting premium. Now,
Kokrokoo aba.
Oh, I'm saying none your chile sober.
I'm not no mecha no me boy come.
No, a sober na obechim no beka no more. Na mede. Until them za kwanso seminar or pedeni bekano. Esi super pepe.
Yeah.
It is a yep boy who modern crowd or can be about 60 acres or 16 acres. 16. I don't want to be my over 640 million Ghana cedis. Also, I don't want to be at this clear near my baby crowd my hotoy.
Yeah.
It value added product na esi ye waro. Ya nyiri ye ho ne me ye nkon. Na minim said ya oka no Kokrokoo e ho yi obeye. Bra kwame kuku nsem ye fihin ye bedu ha
ye fi
achiri una ya obonyo mi use wo
gbajeke
good ye fi achiri na mprempren NDC ni MPP minority majority in sama ya kika ne popa de den say ye pe cocoa industry ni eye enya sa na tedin say e betumpon MPP fu pese ye NDC fu pese ye eni nti no obi ani abre se o ye ne say ni enya ne say ni enya ne say na mprempren ya me no wo kasa yi ye ngan kasa ye tumi atena se bisa ye hu se ya hwe ye hu ye ma ye hu mfia bie ni mfia numa ayi fa de pese ye cocoa industry na kudu young two political parties no je tumi akero ho sa na said na neje dum buatin beka yi ye betumi aye sa di devoid of partisan politics
na mo bepini
that is you see binia me honorable kasai one farm be apart from Atlas D.
Martis Kokrokoo is in town.
Correct.
I say he's been doing the rounds on radio and TV, using sophistry to justify the reduction in cocoa prices. Sampine and Sampine sophistry pa. Meeting America as if I say.
And a dog also can say. Modia said you be sassy you bet me I know. So if you are individual must say you be discuss this issue. Say you be a Ghana betumpong, cocoa industry ni betumpong. We can do it without partisan politics. Because mame. Mau. This year the ayaka playing say cocoa president can Ghana. Or can Ghana we no coca wo AU. And we see some playing say see Gina no can say. Ghana you bet me processing about 50% of our cocoa beans. Until you be revamp. One, so you know you need to see you bet me aya. And it's a one. Can we say a bema young boom and mabuna woman in Jumaye. Unemployment rate a form. Apart from say you the value addition at Tosono, and just the price and that cost. Because matter say to me processing cocoa no ewa cocoa bean no who to be processing we are about 3 times the price. 3 times the price,
if not more. At
least you get 3 times of that. You know kawo raw beans na kawo de ko abrochi no akwakofa metumi atia ma yakwako museum even ye ne Cote d'Ivoire na ye produce the world largest cocoa.
We produce between 60 and 70%.
I think that by no.
Was a serious crime and nearby and do 20%.
What's the 2%? 2 billion. Just 2 billion out of 140 billion.
A total of about 9 to 12 billion. And by the 2 countries.
2 countries. Can you imagine? 140 billion. 140 billion. Na sika we na ba ye wo dia so you to me the ye nyina si wo okay MPP fu say NDC fu say nanso ya kasa ye hwe de be ma oman na ye de be ma akuafo bon se ya dwene sa niam we nyina ho na ye kasa even okuani ne kura mpuntu emra na abrabo ma Ghana mabu no so ye if we able to process this cocoa bean e wo gen country about 50% ye wu say CPC na akofom no e be sori agira ho. Other companies say come or produce cocoa no e ha no so omo so betumi afa nipa nyame ncha dia say ya sign a president the signature to 24-hour economy win definitely CPC be adwuma 24 hours they will operate and it will definitely employed about 3 shifts as we during the campaign time na ye catch Ghana for no e be adwuma. It's ye nyina se de na dwene bebom ni aye focus so okay say ye nya partisan no o man no ya kote bia bi mu bra kwa me cocoa akuafo won akwa ho kire bi mu o man na nkasa enso akwa ho kire mu cocoa akuafo na ho kire won akom no enye won ko a we affect the whole nation because one will produce my yen and ye koton na ye di sika foforo ba o magnim and ye de bon krofo akwa eye cocoa akuafo bre. It is what was our muchima. Young nyina, among the nyina so akwa muchim.
Yeah.
Into a kwambe so the befaso asovo. And a president in the cabinet akotenase. And was a selection praying a singma. Yet paying a singma, ye hushe. Or kwanga ye bet to me a faso say, young cut it down. A price and said your world price number for
from 36 to 2587.
2587. There no crampono. Sanka ye the 70% in the year Jumadia. in Kayabay about 18 cities, 180 years here.
But yes, I'm okay, no.
And yes, I can't because time a campaign, a no quality at the forcing. Honorable Kokrokoo and Woneki Kakao Kasano was at that time $7,200. $7,200, you know, and now $9,000, you know. So she now need 70%, you know. And yes, so next year.
My main try to tell Namimo a quick one, a echo. Obi at the Incomobi airborne or say PBC warehouses are used by LBCs. It is because sometimes PBC itself is not that active. Now he says when you supply beans to Cocoa Board, for example, they store it in these warehouses. It's an industry practice to rent PBC warehouses. I hope you understand. Say Atlas, Akoto beans, cocoa beans, no PBC warehouse. According to information in Nyangwa.
Senior,
because of much rent PBC warehouses. Yeah.
Say na oye aban dwuma yeni ya ye Cocoa Board CEO. Wa kwotena ho say oye aban dwuma yeni na wo say obo ama aban no dwuma ye dey ekoso. Ede na LBCs no to say Atlas Commodities. Enya sika dodo koto cocoa beans no no aka me say PBC for warehouse and they enya active. It is because decisions are made at the top to intentionally cripple PBC.
That's another matter for another day.
See what I say?
Another matter for another day.
It is because Nkrofoti Cocoa Board honoma they intentionally want to cripple PBC because PBC warehouses in now across the country. As I said, as part of the requirement and sign when your license so by LBC no. I also work warehouse. Into only warehouse, how did you become a licensed by a company?
Well, let's leave Shah to do that one. Which happen?
Yeah. Black, I'm saying I will be Simon. Campaign time on near at two forcing and Kokrokoo anyone I can on the Kaino. I don't know message to say at that time the price and world market price and was so. I know Kachosi, you're supposed to give them 70%. One mawon.
Opinion Simon one can 70% too.
No, or can 70%.
David. In fact, many Richard a champion Rikasawa had the other day, no. Ojetum says 70% no never NDC manifesto. But then some of which now big women is simply so kind of day. 70%, no specific price and boy. So what's up?
Yes, because
and 7,000 to 6,000 in the
and some microphone kind and then you know how
no many am at two force and yet Kokrokoo in the Meko to one. O before dia o kind of
campaign
doctor Kabila what it is o before France more kind of day a wound and as a many and America it will catch us a send a video evidence war. Say, and based on this, you're supposed to give them 1 million out of 9,000 plus. And what you do trade now, what my Ukrainian back 3,100. You can't just say, what is this Ukraine? You know,
send out, see me or send me quick.
It is a year of power there. And can send you. Made a man 7 years. Listen, the porno. The other person is there. They say, Cocoa Equiafono. So, what year? Ghana man be the year. Plenty young say board on Ankasa Kurampo at say female co Wakotanasi when you allow us to be a copim say Cocoa no be pejaro board on Ankasa any decision.
But do you know say the workers of Cocoa Board na Kasia Katio no so company.
No, and your workers you know senior staff.
No, but I'm just saying that the senior staff to what quantum?
No, 10%
500 years.
No, 10% no, because you actually that campaign for the to Grassy. Random level, no. Also 20%.
And I'm saying it is small. It is a microcosm in the scheme of things.
At least, Wangaka will save 5 million Ghana cedis a month. 5 million, 50 billion old cedis.
And I am telling you, say most of them
at least
are not agreeing to it.
No, and then allowances are ever called board, no say, and
it's what be severe.
Who say?
And it's what be severe.
And then they send the Nerayana by
board, 14, say, oh, funny amount, 5,000 cedis. Chairman General say board members nipa 14 and now 18.
Debbie,
when you find say 20.
Chairman,
now we are 5,000. No, how can you say this? How can you say this? Board members, how many are they?
40.
Chairman General, we used to be a board member for YU. When you say Ministry of Finance sets a rate for board members.
I do.
So maybe time now me get 1,003 cedis for every board meeting. How do you tell me? Say at least the amount 2,000 or 2,500.
But the only question that maybe Sandy and Fandrian will say, how come say over 50 years of Kokrokoo aye or Ghana? More than 50 years aye Kokrokoo or Ghana. If I be more than 60 years aye Kokrokoo ha. Yen for value addition bianca will be seen. That is food for thought. Interesting conversations this morning. Kokrokoo and matters arising. Nana Ajini Boatin the first and Mama Hinana Yadasiano Pay. Let me shout out once again to you. Awudu Mahama, editor of the Custodian newspaper. Happy birthday to you. And a very good morning and a great weekend to you, Mr. Kwame Ofosu-Bamfo, aka Sickings, aka Patron. Very best wishes to you, sir. We've come a long way, haven't we? Kokrokoo Milson is next on your radio. The king of late morning takes over till the news at 12. Have a good weekend. May your day be blessed. May your weekend be good. As always, I leave you with the book of Numbers in the Bible, Numbers 26, Numbers 6:24 to 26. That is what it is. And sometime along the line, when you stop to say a prayer, please remember to say one for me too. It's a tough world out there, but still we rise. God bless. Good morning.
Just a kid, not what I found. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury Allegris paint. Don't be any painting the paint. The luxury acrylic paint. Paint me champion. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury Allegris paint. Don't be any painting the paint. The luxury acrylic paint. Paint me champion.
Darling.
Yes.
Na den wo fa pila so moto mo kwa hefa.
Me koda kunwan mo hall.
Eh, na boni ba na ma ye wa free mpa so koda hall.
Ah, me koda hall say. Wo ka so koto oso